think of Donald Trump, you have to admit at this stage, the guy's a fighter.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from New York City on election eve. Donald Trump is about to take the stage for his final rally in Pennsylvania, his second to the last one of the entire campaign, and we're all over it. Plus, Donald Trump Jr. is here exclusively to tell us about his dad's final pitch to voters. But first, America's time for choosing. That's the focus of tonight's angle. All right, hours before the polls open, this long, very strange campaign is almost finished. Now, for many reasons, the angle is feeling very positive tonight, and so should you. Now, even though I've known Donald Trump for, I cannot believe I'm saying this, 25 years, long before he ever got into politics, I don't believe I have ever admired him as much as I do right now. Now, what you've witnessed these past few years, you will never see again in American politics. Trump's level of sheer grit, energy, and endurance, and you bet his fighting spirit. Now, we all remember that fateful July day with blood running down his face. He pumped his fist and shouted, "Fight, fight, fight," on T-shirts and hats. But he said that not just because he wanted to show the country that he was okay.
This is definitely a historical moment. And as some commentators have pointed out, we probably won't see another period or campaign like this in our lifetimes.
2-3 electoral cycles. How the hell can it be so close?
No, absolutely. I thought you were going to say, James, that you were having a haunting feeling that this was going to be 2016 all over again.
No,
because, of course,
yet.
that is conditioning. I think the thinking of so many of us who lived through that night in 2016 when we went into the evening all thinking Hillary Clinton had it in the bag. And then within hours, all of that just evaporated in front of our eyes and Donald Trump won that election. It is astonishing and completely confounding to Democrats that this election is close.
I wonder what gives them that impression. Could it be the polls? To be believed or not to be believed?
Close. They think she should be 10 to 15 points ahead of Trump, and that Kamala Harris should not even be having to sweat this. But instead, last night, Kamala Harris's campaign chair, Jen O'Malley Dillon, told reporters, "We may not know the results of this election for several days." They think they're going to get nearly complete results from Georgia, North Carolina and Michigan by the end of tonight. And then tomorrow, additional results from Pennsylvania, Arizona and Nevada. But this thing, they appear to think, I mean, she's described it as a margin of error election, is so close that they are certainly not exuding public confidence about getting a winner tonight. Now, you know, that is in and of itself astonishing.
Aha. I get it.
A landslide win for her, but there's very little evidence to support that, at least in the polling.
What is the likelihood of Kamala Harris winning or appearing to be about to win and Donald Trump doing what he did last time?
Well, I think...
How big a conversation is that in America?
Yeah, no, it is a big conversation. Look, I think there is a real possibility that Donald Trump declares victory even before there is any indication that he's won it. Because you're going to see the first results that are going to come in are largely going to favor Donald Trump. And if you remember what happened in 2020, he came out and said, I'm ahead and I'm winning this and I'm ready. And then, of course, argued that the numbers had been rigged because his advantage in those early counts disappeared in front of his eyes. And when the big cities started reporting their results, Joe Biden came through and won the election. And that was kind of the original sin, right? That was at the heart of his argument, completely false argument, that the election in 2020 was rigged. So there is tremendous anxiety that we're going to see something very similar, that he's going to tell his supporters early in the night, before she gets a chance to appear or decides to appear, that he thinks he's won it and it's in the bag.
Yeah.
How the hell can it be so close?
No, absolutely. I thought you were going to say, James, that you were having a haunting feeling that this was going to be 2016 all over again.
No,
because, of course,
yet.
Working hard. Most of these commentators, including myself, probably couldn't compete with that type of a pace and maintain that type of a constant shift work leading up to these closing hours. So I take my hat off partially and give both contenders credit. But Trump, almost 80, and he's still out there doing the fourth rally, from what I understand, in the closing hours of the campaign. Can't be easy, but if the cap fits and this is what they've signed up for, so when the gloves come off, which they surely came off months, if not years ago, and right now all the stops are being pulled out and it's looking a little bit shaky is a mild word. What do they say? All is fair in love and war. Just add politics to that list. So we're entering a period of a lot of predictions, speculations, and a large helping of copium. And that's not even evenly distributed amongst both sides. Watch the space.
Focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. So here's a good question to ask. Who's not getting paid? It's almost unbelievable. We all remember when Kamala Harris launched her campaign, or rather when her campaign was launched for her by the Democrat establishment. There was just so much hype in the air. I mean, everybody was coming out for Kamala Harris. And of course, the left wanted us to believe that it was all organic, right? All of a sudden, Kamala Harris went from the least popular vice president in American history to the most genuinely popular politician ever, with a real authentic grassroots base of support, right? More like, yeah, right. The whole thing was orchestrated, and of course we've exposed it before. How many people have been exposed as essentially being paid Democrat shills? Many TikTok stars and social media influencers literally being paid to campaign for Kamala Harris or publicly endorse her. I'm sure we all remember that moment with big Twitch streamer Kai Cenat, where he came out publicly and said that the Kamala campaign was trying to pay him for his endorsement, to which of course he refused.
I got the Secret Service calling me 5 times! I don't know goddamn shit about politics, my nigga. I don't know nothing. I've never did anything with politics. And these blogs are like trying to say, yo, we gotta do this shit, Kai. And it's all the top blogs, but I'm like, bro, since when?
Well, it's happening again. You might have noticed, right ahead of the election, there's a massive flurry of celebrities and online influencers all releasing their endorsements all at once. And of course, the question is it genuine?
The great and powerful Elon Musk. He makes what I think is the most compelling case for Trump you'll hear, and I agree with him every step of the way. For the record, yes, that's an endorsement of Trump, end quote. Trump also earning the support of the son of baseball legend Roberto Clemente, who spoke at his rally last night. Listen.
My father, the name Clemente, what it means is goodwill and unity. I believe that your team is going to bring it all home. I believe in everything that you stand for right now, being able to make the change for our families. And I told this man that I commit myself to helping RFK Jr. with
a copy paste of what she said at the last rally and the rally before that and the rally before that.
Are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win.
Yeah. The moment draws closer. I say again, keep watching that space. CornerSpeak, be good, be safe, be creative. And on both sides, good luck. We out.